Well, I mean, I think.
Oh, all right. This is Jackie Luqman, and I'm down at DuPont Circle, and let me move this over here this way. I think that's because we've got some competing audio going on. I don't want to get stuff mixed up. So the handsome gentleman in the frame is Jamal Johnson, and Jamal, I became aware of him on Facebook because I would always see him um, in marches from like state to state, highlighting issues of police brutality against people and other economic issues. And I came down here to check out the Poor People's Economic Campaign. Here is DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C. And I just happened to see Jamal Johnson over here sitting on a bench with his shoes off because, he's always marching. He's always got the feet going. So I decided to come over and have a chat with him. So Jamal, say hi to everybody on YouTube, and please tell everybody who you are and what it is you do.
My name is Jamal Johnson. I'm from Philadelphia. I am yes, watching things that are great concern to me. I believe that we need to have action.
So why did you get involved in this particular march? Because this was from Philly to DC, right? Right. So why'd you get involved in the Poor People's Economic Human Rights Campaign?
Well, I have to be honest. It was accidental. Okay. I have marched with Reverend Barber and a few other people that are involved in the Poor People's March, Moral Revival, and the Moral Mondays. So I wanted to be a part of this Poor People's March that was coming up. So I had participated in events prior to this that was associated with that. Then I heard about this Poor People's March, and I assumed that it was in conjunction with what he was doing. The second night I was there, I asked him what it was going to do with Reverend Barber. She let me know he was not going to be a Reverend Barber.
Rights Campaign is a separate action from the Poor People's March that is going on weekly now, daily for, I think this is the 5th week that's going on at the U.S. Capitol.
Right.
Now, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Right.
That is just because I don't think we can have enough poor people in different places or enough people in different places highlighting the plight of the poor. We need to be everywhere, but I just want to make it clear this is two completely different different issues.
And if I may say so,
yes,
the composition of the two marches are very different.
Okay.
This is composed of mainly homeless and poor people.
Okay, speak up a little bit because you were.
Sorry. This march was composed of mainly homeless and poor people that are currently homeless, currently economically deprived. The one with Reverend Barber, to my knowledge, and some of the people I know involved, they're not in that status.
Right.
So that makes a great big difference between the two.
Right. Yeah. And I think that matters maybe with how things are done, with how things are organized, and the audience that people expect to reach. Right. So earlier today, I wasn't able to come out here and be with you guys to do it, but you guys went to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, right?
Right.
So what happened there?
Well, we arrived there, and Sherry let them know that we would like to answer questions of someone. And a gentleman came out. He said he was not in a position to do so, but he would go in and get someone and come back. Well, he never came back, so we attempted to go in a second time, at which time he told us that this was private property. We had to get off the steps, and he told us he was going to call the police, and he locked the doors. We served them with 2 citizen arrest forms to let them know that they were doing an injustice to humanity in the way that they're financing politicians and leading them to do the things that serves the corporations.
Now, this was at the United States Chamber of Commerce, y'all. And I spoke to Sherry Honkala just a few minutes ago, and I'm hoping to get her also. But this is the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, where you would think you could just walk into the Chamber of Commerce and just say, "Hey, I want to talk to somebody about these policy issues," because it's the Chamber of Commerce. It's not the U.S. Senate.
Exactly.
But you guys were escorted out of the United States Chamber of Commerce.
And the door's locked behind.
And the door's locked behind you. That's how that, I think that's an indication of how corporations, how much influence corporations have on public policy now in this country. So aside from this, Jamal, what else do you do? Because this isn't, you got involved in this as a participant, but I became aware of you on Facebook because you've been leading your own marches. Tell us about that.
Well, about a year ago, I began what is labeled the Stop Killing Us March. Myself and Reverend Gatewood out of North Carolina, he started the grassroots organization, and I signed on to it to try to see what we could do to address the police brutality and killing that's going on in the country. I had been doing things on my own anyway, ever since about the Trayvon Martin killing. And since then, it was good to know someone else was involved in something.
Right.
So last year I decided that I would do a march from Philadelphia to here to DC, and along the way, stop in different communities, make them aware, and try to hopefully motivate them to do something in their communities to try to put some light on these killings. Unfortunately, the killings have gotten increased, and my goal is to hopefully get more people to be more aware and feel more inclined to try to address this issue consistently, even when we're not being killed.
So when you say you go into different communities and make people aware, how do you do that?
Well, normally what I'll do is I try to reach a city ahead of time, especially a major city, like let's say Baltimore. Last year I walked with a brother who was shot in the back by police officers and killed. But his sister every Wednesday comes out and protests and holds a demonstration.
This is in Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
Okay.
Every Wednesday, even to now. Her name is Tyrone West. #Tyrone.
Yeah. Familiar with that story.
So when I contacted her and I participated in the demonstration there when I walked through there. So it's like when I came here.
Right.
I got in touch with the Terrence Sterling, and they were protesting. I joined in with them. And it's all about us all as a whole, realizing that it's not an individual thing, it's a countrywide.
Right. So this is, and I ask that question because people always ask, what can I do? I guarantee you, and we always say, I guarantee you there are people in your community who are doing the work. You just need to connect with them. So this, and I think you are a great example of one of those people who does the work. And you not only do it in your community in Philadelphia, but you take it out literally on the road.
Yes,
and you connect with people in different cities. So after today, how long are you guys going to be here, first of all?
Well, actually, there'll be the homeless marathon tonight.
Okay.
That will be basically interactive. So the marathon is going, I believe, for 24 hours.
Okay.
And at the end of that, everything will be disbanded at that point.
Okay, so then after today, what's next for you?
Well, actually, if I may say so, Saturday I'll be participating in a hike at Fort Bragg that will have to do with the fact that 22 veterans commit suicide every day. So, since around the country is held what's called civics hiking, and they have normally active duty and retired or prior service military, and we do 22 kilometers, 22 kilos on our back.
Yeah, that's definitely a military thing. 22 kilos. I'll walk with you, but I'm not with 22 kilos.
But that'll be this Saturday.
Okay.
And I'm sure I'll be doing something between that. But the other main thing is the march again will be held this year. It begins August 4th from Philadelphia. Right now, we're planning to leave from Philadelphia, the headquarters of the Philadelphia Police Department, and head on back down to here again.
And this is the Stop Killing Us March.
Stop Killing Us March.
So again, this year, you're going to be doing this, the Stop Killing Us campaign and Philly to DC March. How long are you going to do that?
The last one was 3 weeks. because normally I'm out there. Unfortunately, I don't get enough support. I'm asking people to come out and support me, but until they do, it's almost like a one-man army.
Right.
So I kind of feel my way around.
Right.
And we get more participation. We get outline it to make sure that everyone gets enough rest, enough, ingest enough food, whatever they need to do.
Right.
And we make it down here good enough.
So where can people find you so they can support you? How can they send donations or materials? How can people support you?
First of all, I don't want any donations.
Oh, okay.
I don't want any money.
All right.
I stay away from money. Stay away from money. But you can email me at Jamal 21daymarch2dc at gmail.com, or you can contact me by phone at 480-748-2922.
And we're going to put that information on the video when it finishes processing, so people can, if they couldn't hear it because of the wind and the traffic, they have access to it. And we're just really glad that you are out here today, and that we decided to come out here on our lunch break. See, this is what Luqman Nation does. We work full-time jobs, but whenever we can, we come out and support people who are doing the work. Because as much as we like to sit online and prevaricate and pontificate and all that kind of stuff, you got to get out in the streets and let people know that basically we see you. We see what you're doing, and there are bodies on the line